Hey, it's your guys from the Full Sport Press Podcast. We have a Full Sport Press hoodie giveaway to start our weekly FSP newsletter.
All you have to do is sign up, located in the link tree in the bio of the Full Sport Press IG page. The link will be live for the next 2 weeks.
So just submit your email to the link tree that says newsletter sign up in the bio, and you will be entered in to win a Full Sport Press hoodie.
Yeah, man, just follow these simple directions. And don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcast. Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, we said.
What it do? I'm back. What it do?
Back like you left some. Coach Lock back in the building. Say what's up, Cam.
What's happening, fellas? How's everybody doing today?
Solid, man. Solid, man. We here. Another one.
Solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock. Who sings that song, Coach?
Don't give me
Gloria Gaynor? No.
Don't give me the line.
That's Slide the Family Stone.
Slide the Family Stone.
It might be right.
It might be Slide. Yeah, for sure.
They say keep building up and building up.
Yeah, they do. For sure. Speaking of building up, that's a good segue. Don't forget to enter the Full Sport Press hoodie giveaway to start our weekly FSP newsletter. All you have to do is sign up for the link tree in the bio, the Full Sport Press page. If you need that link and you don't have an IG, please contact one of the people on this actual Zoom or the audio. And you have 7 more full days to enter this. Hey, good luck to everybody.
That transition was high level pod right there.
You know,
that was high level pod.
I mean, hey, we've done 343 of these things, so I think it's about time to.
I'm just saying,
right?
Gotta give you flowers when they come, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That was high level pod.
Mm-hmm, yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Episode 343, man. We're handing out picks, our picks for the 2020 NBA draft.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Better than believe it.
Damn right, man. You off a week, Weezy. What you got? Best of the week, buddy.
One best week for me, man. Stock market this week, man. It's jumping. It's jumping right now. It's kind of scaring me. I don't know if they're gonna fall down this week, but everything looks good this week. Everything looks real good.
Did you dance this week, Weezy?
I did a little dance this week.
Sure.
Everything looked.
Was
good.
it a Dougie?
No, I was bankhead bouncing this week. I ain't do the Dougie yet.
Can you do the cat daddy?
I do the cat daddy. When I start doing Dougie, I sold some stock. When you see me, that means I sold some stock.
Hey, Weezy, we fall down, but we get back up.
You better know it.
Damn right. Speaking of, Coach, what you got? Best of the week, buddy.
Man, shout out to the alma mater as I'm currently repping TSU, former TSU basketball and current Houston Rockets player Rob Covington funds a practice facility for the men's and women's basketball program. Huge deal. Shout out to Rob. That's a big deal, man. If you know the TSU sports program, we don't have a basketball facility, so this is going to be a game changer for them. So shout out to Rob and the alma mater, Tennessee State University.
So, Jeff, what you got? Best of the week, buddy.
Oh man, the hits keep coming, man. It's another big boxing weekend. Live on ESPN, we got Terrence Crawford versus Kell Brook for the WBO, welterweight championship. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Big boxing, man. Big boxing. My best of the week is the Fresh Prince reunion special. Will Smith revealed their trailer. And a November 19th day on HBO Max is an upcoming special. It's bringing the whole team back, including Aunt Viv, man. The real Aunt Viv, for sure. Hopefully, man, Locke will see a Martin special like this. The crew can reunite. I know Tommy's not there, but it'll be cool to see the whole team back with one of our favorite shows. Uncle Phil, man. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Rest in peace, man. For sure.
God, that scene still hit, don't it? That scene
every time.
Sure, especially
especially.
Especially. Worst of the week, Jeff. What you got, buddy?
Ooh, boy. So I got two. College football as a whole is looking kind of rough right now. Kids are going to be kids, so the cases are going to rise in college football. And then there's Florida State. It's Florida State. Off another loss this week. Our best player injures his leg. He's done for the year. Our best receiver is no longer with the team. No one says what he did. He's no longer with the team. And I'm pretty sure eighth year senior quarterback James Blackman now wants to transfer. The shit show continues.
Yeah. I knew the Blackman wasn't surprising. I figured that was gonna happen anyway. With the sophomore playing like he's playing, I'm not surprised about that at all.
That all happened in one morning, Coach.
Yeah.
One morning. All that news happened. It was like that in one morning.
Yeah.
Project Living right there, man. Project Living right there. What you got, Weezy? Worst of the week.
Worst week for me was the old group chat got me this week, man. I put a meal in the group chat or something I cooked or something. I took a bad photo this week. I took a bad photo and let's just say, yeah, you can see the laughing as it goes on there. I took a bad photo this week. The background is real, man. Sean Washington get you. Here's Sean get you. The background. Shout out to the group chat.
Yeah, the Taliban feet, man, for sure, man.
Taliban feet. Wow.
What you got, Lock, man? Your worst of the week.
Well, man, as everyone knows, the PlayStation 5 has been dropping and continuously dropping. So I went to get a PS5 from Walmart, and you wait, and then boom, it pops in cart. I'm like, I'm good. Click go to cart, the checkout. The box strike again. They jacked my cart. So no PS5. Sold out.
You're sold out, man. You should have hollered at me, man. We had you in the dough, man. I didn't know what was going on. My worst of the week also is PS5. The resellers, man. If you get a digital at $399, they're selling them for upwards of $950, $900. Even a headset is reselling for $150, man. This is ridiculous. Have some class, botters. Have some class.
They don't know what that means.
Yeah, that flip is crazy though. You can't be mad at that though, man. That flip is
Can't be
crazy.
mad.
Yeah, that flip is crazy. Stat of the week. We are back. Shout out to Yoski for this find. My dog, man. We got one for the hill. We will continue to get another one for the hill too. Don't forget that, Yoski. Patrick.
Real quick. I'm gonna give a shout out to Yoski. He's training up his son well. Got his son already in the mafia. I just want to throw that out there. Shout out to Yoski.
You bet. You know, Yoski gonna have his son in the mafia. Patrick Mahomes. He reached 100 touchdowns this past Sunday at the age of 25. At the same age, the top two all-time leaders only had 29, which is Drew Brees, and 27 with Tom Brady. Man. So, shout out to Yoski for that find. Shout out to Pat Mahomes, even though his mother is a Donald Trump supporter.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that hurt.
Well.
Never meet your heroes, man. Never meet your hero.
Hey, like Charles Barkley said, man, he's not a role model. Now make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. How do you do that? Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. When you get through doing that, make sure you check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee every Wednesday. The latest issue is up. The artists we're thankful for. So they're giving you people that they're thankful for in different settings. So y'all make sure y'all check that out and get in with the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast.
Sure, man. I'm thankful for you guys, man. I'm thankful.
Anybody got an R&B artist that they're thankful for?
Go ahead, say that again, Wiz.
Anybody got an R&B artist that they thankful for? No.
Yeah, I do. Snow Allegra, for sure.
Ooh.
All right then.
Yeah. Okay. Her. I'm thankful for her.
Right.
Oh, one more. Xavier Omar. Dope album.
Xavier Omar album is really good.
Dope album.
Sure. Hey, Jeff. Never mind. Ooh, see, I was about to. But see, I'm a real one. See. No, I know you're a fan of Rhapsody, but she's not a rapper. I mean, she's not an R&B.
She
Not an
not-
R&B singer.
Not at all.
Not an R&B.
Most definitely.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
she can really rap though. I tell you,
She can rap very well.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
she
can really
can.
rap for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, she can.
High Rhapsody.
Moving right along to the Fresher Than Your Average podcast, featuring myself and my dog Animal Brown. It's a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. We have a new FTY IG live coming up soon. Pull up on us on the IG page. Check out those Would You Rocks. Don't forget to wear your kicks, man. Cop responsibly. While you're doing that, cop from the Patreon page, which is the Realville family, man. You can support the entire team, including On Deck TV, Full Sport Press, Fresher Than Your Average, and much, much more. Be on the lookout for more things related to that, man. Episodes are up right now. Support the team, man. Most definitely. Jeff,
Yes, sir.
you have 10 good wrestling seconds, I assume, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, before we get started, this week's 10 Good Wrestling Seconds is brought to you by Skill Wing Workouts. Make sure you follow them across all social media at Skill Wing. And don't forget to download the Skill Wing app to cover all your training needs, receive alerts on the hottest drop in athletic wear, and plenty of content to motivate and inspire you. As they say at Skill Wing, help us, don't hurt us. Now, on to the 10 Good Wrestling Seconds. WWE, they got to do better. This is gonna start. The dominoes are starting to fall now. Right as we were going to recording, they released Zelina Vega. Y'all probably like, who is Zelina Vega, right? Zelina Vega was outspoken on Twitter saying that she supports WWE pushing towards unionization. Why is that a big thing? This year, WWE has started an initiative to cut back on their performers' outside checks. So basically, they were having wrestlers that were signed to contracts with them, starting YouTube pages, Twitch accounts, OnlyFans, things like that, and getting bags, doing personal appearances and getting bags outside of wrestling matches. WWE said, nope, cut all that out. If you're on contract with us, either basically a 360 deal, either break bread with us and give us money for that, or you out the door. She voiced her displeasure about that on Twitter, and within 10 minutes was released from her contract. This is the first domino to fall. There are wrestlers making upwards of 6 figures outside of the ring that WWE is starting to import and trying to take advantage of. This is going to be a big deal, man. This is going to be a big story going forward.
Wow.
They trying to take all their money.
Trying to take everything outside of the ring. They had nothing to do with it. And not to go too deep into it, but there's wrestlers who've made their careers outside of the ring first. People like Xavier Woods and Big E, we talked about them in the New Day, started a wrestling gaming show about video games called Up, Up, Down, Down, had 2-point-something million views going forward, then became big stars in the wrestling ring because of that. And WWE then in turn bought that show and made it a YouTube show on that channel. So there's a lot going on, man. It's going to be crazy. So to follow up on that, make sure you catch us every Thursday at 808s and Chair Shots. We're going to talk about this a lot more in depth, man. Make sure
he's trying to get the XFL money back, man. He lost a lot of bread. He need every bit of
of bread, for sure.
They've had 2 consecutive quarters in the black. They ain't losing no bread over there. Ain't losing no bread.
Wow.
That's what make it look even worse.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, tweet us the questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press, man. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcasted. And before we start the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do this week. It's a rough one. This week's award recipient is Aubrey Graham, also known as Drake.
Also known as Drake, for sure. Drake celebrated his birthday last month. He rang in 34 with family and friends. Part of the festivities, including a gathering with some of those friends. And the menu from the event is going viral because of its strange selection that includes mac and cheese with raisins.
Oh, hell.
The dish was described on the menu as having, and I quote, sun-dried tomatoes, capers, raisins, and parsley. Now, many noticed that the peculiar mac and cheese combination might have just been a typo, as the destination for a grilled cauliflower option was above with the same ingredients. Not so much. They both included raisins. Looks like people are not at all fazed by what happens in 2020 anymore. Explain yourself, Drake. Explain your boy Weezy. You're the cook of this prestigious podcast. Why in the hell would you put raisins in mac and cheese?
I don't know about the raisins. Nah, I can't explain that one. It's a lot of trends going on. A lot of people hop on a lot of trends, but raisins in the mac and cheese, it's just something you don't do. I'm pretty sure his dad from Memphis wasn't doing that. I know Pops from Memphis wasn't eating no mac and cheese with raisins in it. I know he wasn't.
He dresses himself too. Drake wanted to let you know that he dresses himself for sure.
It shows.
Yeah, we gotta get that out to you, big dog. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
I'm gonna hand deliver that. I'm taking it to the mailbox myself, so it'll be there when it get there. But I'm trying to save you, but it's gonna get there.
Too late. Can't save him with that one.
Nah, for sure.
Goodness gracious.
Raisins?
That's nuts.
That ain't it for sure. It just lets me know, man, that you know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah.
You guys ready to get started the first half?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Growth.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What do you do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Locke, where can they find you at on social media, my brother?
Man, the same place, IG and Twitter, Locke_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Yeah. What about you, Weezy?
I'm at FSP_Weezy on IG, and I'm at How Weezy on Twitter. I let me.
Most definitely, man. Jeff, what about you, brother?
I'm Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Sure. And on those same, I am J Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Have a conversation with me on Twitter. Let's figure some things out, man. Things are going crazy. Let's figure it out. Let's talk about it. Most definitely. Weezy, you are back with another 3 and out. Let the people hear it, man. What they give you, man?
I asked for 5, but they gave me 3. And this week, a lot of quarterbacks had great performances, and some quarterbacks had some uncharacteristic. I messed that word up, but let's go. Here we go. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers, man, 25-31, 305, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a pass rating of 147. Great game. Number 2, Lamar Jackson went 19 for 23, 170 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But he won the game. It's a lot of fantasy owners. He pissed off.
Tell me about it.
He pissed off. Number 2, that boy Tom Brady, the golden boy. 22 for 38, 209 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Anybody want to guess his quarterback rating?
19.
72.
56.
It was worse than that. 42 was his quarterback rating. That's my 3 and out this week.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you back, Weezy.
What's that word? Uncharacteristic? There
you go. There you go.
There it is.
That was somebody in your ear? You got the plug in your ear? Hey, Jeff. Boy, we moving on up. We got people talking in the people's ears now,
we
man.
getting there. We getting there.
Yeah.
Shout out to the back room.
They got him right.
Shout out to the back room. They took care of Weezy right there. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You are up again, man. Fantasy football breakdown.
All right. So it's week 10, y'all. So playoff positioning is still a thing. All right. Game of the week. Number 4 seed, myself, Winston Exam, versus the number 5 seed, Now Watch God. Both of us are 5-4, needing this win for playoff positioning and playoff dominance and appearances. Right now, I am up 11 points because of Derrick Henry's subpar performance on Thursday Night Football. And Sean Watts is projected to win by 2 points. So we'll see how that works out. Up next, TB12 memory loss, the 72. Shout out to D. Harris. Is going against preseason champ. One time for Shane. D. Harris is projected to win that one, but we shall see. Next, we got You Choose a Side. One time for Weezy at 3-6. First, Can't Star Mike. One time for Cam at 2-7. Cam is projected to win that one. But Weezy's, got a shot. He got Tua as his quarterback. So we'll see how that plays out for Weezy. Coach's Corner at 4-5 as an H seed versus Vanderlei International. One time for Reagan. Again, Reagan's paying attention now, guys. He's competitive. Again, he's 3-6, but he's been competitive though. And he's actually Coach Wayman. He's projected to win this one by a slim margin. So we shall see. And Big Draco, 4-5. Shout out to Chaz versus Show Me Them TDs. One time Parham, know he's listening. Parham is being competitive at 4-5. He's in there after a draft that we all were a little worried about his team. I think we all can say that, but he's competitive right now. Ooh, Big Draco's scheduled to win by 30 piece. So we'll see. He's projected to win by 30 piece. So we'll see how that plays out. And lastly, Kanye at 2024. Shout out to AB 8-1 versus A Royale with the cheese at 6-3. This is going to be a barn burner. So we'll see how that plays out. AB is projected to win that one, but we shall see. That is your week 10 fantasy football update.
Sure, man. Shout out to the guys, man. Good luck, everybody, man. Fuck fantasy football.
Oh, wow.
Damn right.
You're damn right. Let's move on to the NBA. Russell Westbrook turned 32 on Thursday. The team that currently employs him, the Houston Rockets, wished him a happy birthday on social media. It remains to be seen, though, whether the Rockets will give the NBA's just favorite player, 2016 most valuable player, what he reportedly wants most for his birthday, and that is to leave Houston. After firing Mike D'Antoni and the hiring of Steven Silas, the Rockets are in a state of turmoil. Fellas, does Houston have a problem?
Yeah, and it's more than Russell Westbrook. Yeah, Russell Westbrook, he's gone. I just don't understand. Is it like Jay said? Is it James Harden? Is it him? And that's hard for me to say because that's my guy. I don't understand it, but I don't like the hype that people saying the Clippers want Russell Westbrook, and I don't believe that either. I think it's his age and making up smoke and mirrors. I don't really think it's I don't think that. That's just my opinion.
The reason why I think the Clippers do want Russ is because they need a third guy that could be a second guy, because their second guy sometimes isn't there mentally to be the second guy. One thing you can say about Russ, no matter if you're up 20 or down 20, Russ is going to play no matter what. So no matter how you feel about him, no matter what you think about him, up 20 or down 20, Russ is still playing like a 0-0 in his check ball. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him that much. He's a long way from the MVP. He's closer to he's at 32 right now. The athleticism may not be what it once was, especially coming back from that injury. I don't know. Houston either needs to press a hard reset or double down and do it again this year, because you're not going to get much back for Russ for what his contract is going to, what you would want back for that contract. And if you trade Russ, you might as well trade James as well, because what's the point? And I don't think you're going to do both of those and then expect your fans to show up to the game. So you kind of had to catch 22. Either you blow it all up or you just double down and play this year.
Yeah, Houston has a problem because of what they're going to do, like Jeff kind of mentioned. They're going to get rid of Harden and they're going to get rid of Westbrook. So they're going to rebuild. Fans are not going to like it because they're going to see, we're getting rid of James Harden. And all they see is what he does in the regular season. They're not going to look at the bigger picture of how they are blowing it up to rebuild and start over. Because at this point, they have to start over. The thing they tried to do with going small and get rid of Capella, it didn't work. They brought in Russ. It didn't work like they thought it was. Was that because of injuries? Maybe it was. But it didn't work. So they're going to blow it up, and it's going to look bad initially, but you got to start over. You got to start from scratch, and we know what scratch is.
Definitely over there. Ain't no question. This is very, very, very similar to a conversation we had last year. Very, 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 very similar. I remember sitting on this and was like, yo, dang, man, Chris Paul don't look like himself. We've seen the best of Chris Paul. Dang, man, Chris Paul's done. The year before that, it was, dang, man, Melo done, man. Shit's crazy, man. You know they're about to do this to Russell Westbrook the exact same way. This isn't all on Russell Westbrook. This is 100% James Harden. And you know what James Harden came out and said literally 2 hours ago? I'm not going anywhere. I'm committed to staying with the Houston Rockets. I did not demand a trade. They're about to trade Russell Westbrook for Paul George. Straight up. That is going to be the trade. And then you'll see Russell Westbrook playing with the Clippers, and he's gonna, be like, man, this is 2017, Russell Westbrook. He's a vegetarian now. Hell, I ain't got shit to do with that. It's James Harden. You get with him, your career is done, man. Done. Westbrook's 32 years old. He's fine. He can still play basketball. You know what he can't do? He can't play basketball with James Harden, man. And that is just 2 back-to-back seasons with trade demands. So, and Jeff is 100% correct. His trade value is at its lowest. You know who else's trade value is at its lowest? Chris Paul. You know who else's trade value is at its lowest? Carmelo Anthony. It's James Harden. And soon the Rockets will figure that out and see that they wasted all their money with a shit player, for sure.
Hey, if Paul George goes to Houston, he's not going to know how to make a friend. Just think about that. He had to go. He thought Russell Westbrook was his best friend in the world. That didn't work. Then he wanted to go play with Kawhi. Oh, that's my best friend now. Kawhi didn't want to talk to him. Then he go play with James Harden. James Harden didn't want to talk to him. He don't want to win. Go to the strip club, and Paul George just got married. He's not going. He don't know how to pick friends. Paul George is not going. He don't know how to pick friends.
I think him and Russ were cool. He just jumped the shark and wanted to go to the Clippers and be with Kawhi.
Nah, he said Russell Westbrook was his best friend. They were best friends.
He did. But Paul George wanted to go. He wanted to chase that ring with Kawhi, and
Kawhi didn't want to talk to him. So
see how that worked out.
Right.
Well, we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch to the NFL here. The NFL's Rooney Rule was established in 2003 to address remarkable racial disparities between players and coaches and management, but it's been deemed widely ineffective by a variety of critics. The league currently employs 4 minority head coaches, 2 minority general managers, and 2 black offensive coordinators, whom one is Eric Bieniemy, who has helped engineer the high-powered Kansas City offense, although 70% of NFL players are black. The NFL's 32 owners and league officials approved some new procedures that will require teams to interview at least 2 external minority candidates for head coaching jobs, interview 1 external minority candidate for a coordinator, general manager, and senior football operation positions. Is this new rule that they added to this going to help change how things have been going in the NFL?
No, I don't think so. I'll make it short and sweet. No, I don't think so. It's just me.
Just add an extra step, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, it's weird that they have to do this still, but it's the NFL. I mean, who's surprised? I guess. But I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't think it changes much. I don't.
Couple of good things my dad said in my life. This is one of them. This is like putting lipstick on a pig, man. Doing this will make things harder for the minority person that's hired at the job the minute they walk into the door. Were they hired because they were the best option or a good option so you can get an extra draft pick? In a league that is roughly 75% African American, what about taking that Rooney Rule a little step further? What about if a team gets to 3 finalists, right? And if one of them isn't a non-white, they would have to scrap and start over. So it's much more of a method that's used in the corporate world for your GMs, for corporate America. This is something that hasn't changed in 2 decades, man. It's the same exact number of coaches, despite, like Locke said, Eric Bieniemy being a top flight assistant, like the best person. He should have been a head coach 3 years ago. Black coaches don't get those opportunities at any position, and black GMs sure in the hell ain't getting the opportunity. So make it a little harder, man. Pause.
Yeah, this is not going to change anything. Like Jeff mentioned, just going to put another step in there because at the end of the day, they'll just say, yeah, we did it. We interviewed them. We brought them in, and then they're going to go with somebody else. and we're going to be in the same position. You're going to have the minority coaches stuck at the coordinator positions when they are highly qualified, proven, but yet they'll look over them, take somebody that has been on another team as a head coach that didn't win anything, and then they'll get another opportunity. So no, it's not going to work.
It should be like Matt Patricia and Jim Caldwell. You just play that situation over your head over and over again. My goodness. Anyway, let's keep it in the NFL. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson. Last year, the Baltimore Ravens took the NFL and the sports world by storm. Lamar was the MVP. We had the rushing title for a quarterback. Big trust. Looked dynamic every time he was on the field. This week, he was on the Rich Eisen show, this Wednesday actually, saying they're calling out our plays, stuff like that. Rich Eisen was, asked again. He said they know what we're doing. Sometimes stuff won't go our way. They're beating us to the punch. So Rich even asked him to go a little bit further with it. He said, yeah, they definitely know our stuff, like run and stuff like that. They watch out for this, watch out for that. They call it at the line of scrimmage. Is this a big deal that Lamar Jackson's voicing his displeasure for his coaching staff and the play calling on the Rich Eisen show?
I don't think that's an excuse. I mean, everybody knows everybody's plays. I'm surprised he even said that on the show on live TV or the live radio. I'm surprised he said that because they're looking at him now like, well, duh, everybody knows your plays. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you just gotta, they don't even mention that part of it. Don't even mention that part of it. That's a learning curve from PR for me. He shouldn't even mention that to me. That's the way I look at it.
Opposing teams know the offensive plays because they watch film. That's why you have film. That's why you study film. So you will know the tendencies of the teams, whether it's going to more than likely be a run or a pass. Cam Newton has a video out there in the middle of the game where he calls the play, and before the pre-snap, one of the defenders says they're about to do this. And then Cam says, oh, yeah, we are. Well, watch this. So this is nothing new. Players have been calling out plays forever. It's just a matter of you adjusting and you going on with it. So this looks bad for Lamar to me because you're the only quarterback saying they know our plays. Yes, everybody does that. That's why we watch film, Lamar.
Lamar is just frustrated, y'all. And the main reason is the Ravens' fault. They haven't given him the weapons that he needs to maximize his talents. They put so much money into the defense and stacking up that defense that they forgot about Lamar. His number one wide receiver is a tight end, Mark Andrews. His number one true wide receiver is Willie Snead. Your number one can't be Hollywood Brown. He's 138 pounds. Offense is now suffering because the team over-realized, they're basically just pushing all the plays towards Lamar Jackson and say, hey, Lamar get us out of this because he can make plays. Guess what, man? He can't do everything. He has to cover up the flaws of his offensive teammates. He can't do that. They should have been in the trade market for a wide receiver during the trade deadline. They were not successful. They tried. You know what they got? They got Dez Bryant coming off an Achilles. That's not enough. It's not enough. It's time for Baltimore to do exactly what Jeff's team did, the Buffalo Bills, and help out their fucking quarterback. Get a Stephon Diggs. Make it happen before you lose the talent and also you lose the locker room because now people are looking at everybody so weird, man. So help this kid out. Get him a number one. He don't have a number one. Hollywood is a 2 at the most.
And one thing about Lamar Jackson, I think somebody got in his ear or probably said, "Oh man, you gotta quit running like you used to, man. They're gonna hurt you out there." I think all they got in his head, he want to be a pocket passer, which is good. But his last game, he rushed for, I think he rushed 56 yards. That ain't Lamar Jackson. That ain't Lamar Jackson. Go out there and make a play like you've been doing. That's your game. Make somebody miss. Don't listen to the critics and be like, oh, I run out of bounds and stay in the pocket toward the football. If the pass is there, take it. But if they're not there, make somebody miss and go.
I agree with what you guys are saying, but I also think you pay those coordinators a lot of money to create wrinkles in the offense. So if you know if I'm lining up with 2 tights or 3 tights, 1 back, 1 receiver, or I'm lining up in 2 tights, 2 receivers to the left, how I'm doing it, where I'm going. Give me a play action out of that. Give me a zone read out of it. Give me another option to do to where when I see the defense, I can react to it.
What if Jeff? What if that wide receiver on that play action zone read is Willie Snead?
No, I agree with talent. I agree with what you're saying with talent. But when the offensive coordinator was asked, is Lamar able to call audibles at the line? His response is, we talk about that. Not is he's empowering his quarterback to read the defense and see what's going on. He's saying, we talk about it. That means that's someone who's holding their playbook close to the vest and want to take the credit for it. You gotta let this kid go and add wrinkles to it, because if you watch these games, people do know what they're doing and they don't have a plan B. They're just holding on, like Jay said, and keeping the defense afloat. Hoping the defense keeps them afloat. Excuse me. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a schedule for success. I really don't. Y'all ready for ready for halftime?
Now, let me tell y'all something. They know what Patrick Mahomes doing every time, but guess what he got? He got Kelsey. He got Tyreek Hill. He got DeMarcus Robinson. He got
okay. That's true. But the difference is they'll do something completely different every game. If you think they know what they're doing, okay, we'll run the ball 20 times. You didn't think we're going to run the ball 20 times. Then they did. Or they'll line up in some crazy formation, do a split, and then run the play. Like, they'll do all these things to throw the defense off a little bit, just a little bit.
Right. They gotta let Lamar be Lamar, man. No spy can keep him in the pocket if he don't want to be in the pocket. I promise you they can't.
We talking about the Ravens like they the damn 49ers or something. They still can win the division, man. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Y'all ready for halftime?
Let's get it.
All right.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, in case you missed it, the Ironman triathlon is one of the most taxing sport events in human history. And this past weekend, history was made. Before we do that, let's break down the Ironman competition. The race begins with a 2.4-mile ocean swim. It's bad enough in its own right. And then competitors have to hit the road for a 112-mile bike ride. And finally, if those two weren't torture enough, competitors have to complete a full 26.2 marathon run. It is considered, of all sports challenges, the most strenuous for sure. Well, Chris Nickic conquered it. Special Olympian Chris Nickic, at 21 years old, entered the Guinness Book of World Records by becoming the first person with Down syndrome to complete the event. Nickic completed the race in 16 hours, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds. He had been training for the race for the last year and promised on his IG page he was working towards a bigger challenge in 2021. Nickic is using his newfound fame to direct people towards his personal website where they can purchase merchandise, with 100% of the profits going towards various charities that support Special Olympics and people with Down syndrome. So shout out to Chris Nickic for completing that, because Chris, if you are watching or listening, I cannot complete that right now myself. So it would take me maybe 3 or 4 days for
Chris,
sure.
If you're listening, I couldn't complete 1/3 of that right
Thank
now.
You, Coach.
The whole
Thank
thing.
You, Coach.
Just pick one. I couldn't complete
Whichever
one you want to pick. I could complete it. You know
9-1.
how hard it is to swim 2.5 miles in a pool.
Pool.
But you in the ocean?
This man in the ocean, dog. Shout out to Chris. He a beast. Chris is a dog. I'm clapping for him, dog, for sure.
Dog. That's insane. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, shout out to Chris for sure. You guys, Weezy, can you do half of the triathlon, the Ironman? Half? I ain't got it. I don't got half of them, especially not in 16 hours. I don't give a damn.
I can run a half a mile, let alone them to 26.
Great point. It's a great point you made right there, Weezy. You guys ready to get started the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2020 NBA mock draft, episode 343. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
That's what his ass get, trying to be smart. That's what your ass get.
It's your boy Weezy. What you do?
It's your man, Coach Lock.
Lock, man, the 2020 NBA draft is mere 3 to 4 days away by the time you're hearing this. Final preparations are being made by teams. Prospects are giving out their final interviews and workouts, and the dust is starting to settle as the picture of the 2020 NBA draft comes into focus. That's our cue every year, like clockwork. A little later this year, a lot later this year, 5 months later this year, to give our final projections on how we expect draft night to unfold. Now, there will inevitably be movement on draft night and perhaps ahead of draft night as teams position themselves. But this mock, FSP style, is a straight shot of where teams currently stand, and that gives them context to what range prospects may be drafted and in what positions groups teams may look to upgrade. Now, barring any trades, this is the 2020 NBA mock draft, how things will go down the night of November the 18th on ESPN. It will be a virtual draft, the first one of its kind. Number one pick, man. The Minnesota Timberwolves are now on the clock, man. Let's get it, fellas. Who's your pick and why?
You want to go, Joe?
Prophecy fulfilled. LeVar told us years ago, prophecy fulfilled this week. We know who it is. The young man who would change a franchise, who will alter the league. Young LaMelo Ball will be the first pick, hands down.
I second that. LaMelo Ball.
I don't second that. The first pick will be Anthony Edwards. He's loaded with talent. He does have some question marks around his maturity, but he will go perfectly as the wing to go with D'Lo and Cat in Minnesota. Give me Anthony Edwards, number one pick.
I also have Anthony Edwards, shooting guard out of Georgia. The Timberwolves have made the playoffs just one time in the last 16 years, guys. The number one pick has a good chance that they're going to find Karl Anthony Towns some significant help. Like mentioned, he has the star potential and the physical ability, and he's a clutch member to get this ball rolling for sure. So him and D'Angelo Russell have to figure out a way to complement each other. Anthony Edwards, man, lethal attack for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number two, the Golden State Warriors on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
Number two, from Memphis, Tennessee, James Wiseman, center. Golden State Warriors. They need a center. Versatile, run the floor, block shots, 7-1. Why not? Why not go to a super duper team?
This is JaVale McGee with talent. You know what I mean? Like, so they won a championship with JaVale McGee. So you put this kid out there who has the chance to then become the cornerstone of the offense as you take, Steph out to glue gun land, Clay out to glue gun land, and things like that as the years go on, right? Not anytime soon, but as the years go on. So you have a guy, you look up and get a guy right now with Wiseman who can mature as a player and not have to be in the spotlight. Then when it's his time, a la Kawhi Leonard, he's right there for you.
I'm on third those things that you guys said. James Wiseman's going number two right here. What he does is on the defensive end, now you have a big that can guard the actual five and not put Draymond in that smaller situation. But then on the other end, on the offensive side, you can put Draymond on the inside and spread the floor with James Wiseman because he can spread the floor. He can make that shot. He feels the need they'd have at center. James Wiseman out of Memphis for the number two pick.
Sure, man. I got Wiseman as well with that perimeter covered by Steph and Clay. Wiseman, he's going to terrorize the rim. Like Jeff said, I wouldn't say JaVale McGee with an upgrade, but he still helped the Warriors with some explosive athleticism, and the upside is insane, which could be a key ingredient for their core players going into their 30s for sure. Moving on to number three, the Charlotte Hornets are on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
Number three for me is Anthony Edwards, man. I think Jordan needs a flair, and that's the flair right there. Versatile player, loads of talent. He got a little like Locke said, he's a little hard headed, but hopefully under Jordan wing, Jordan can he can finally get a superstar there.
Yeah, here's Dwayne Wade for you in Charlotte. Here's your Dwayne Wade type player. You get Scary Terry back there with him, teach him how to be a pro. Anthony Edwards, man, number three pick.
Number 3 pick right here for me is LaMelo Ball. This is where he goes. They pair him with Devontae Graham, who could be a good backcourt. Devontae Graham is coming into his own. He's came out this past year as a breakout player, especially in the bubble. Charlotte needs a star, and LaMelo Ball is going to be that guy.
Wouldn't say LaMelo Ball is going to be a star. This is Michael Carter Williams.
All-star 3 years. Bet that.
Whatever you want to bet. Whatever you want to
All-star
bet.
3 years.
Well, he fuck
We'll talk
around,
about
never
this
be
show.
an
I don't mean to cut
all-star.
you off. All-star 3 years.
Dude, he'd be, listen, at his best, he's Michael Carter Williams. Anyway, you got to play defense. You got to play any defense. It's LaMelo Ball, the 3rd pick, though. Charlotte has to feel good about discovering Devontae Graham. You just can't let 6'6", 6'7", slow defender pass you, man. So I'm going with LaMelo Ball right here. He'll give the Hornets a key piece. He's a role player, just like his brother, for sure. Number 4, the Chicago Bulls are on the clock. Who's the pick and why, guys?
Number 4, they're going to Jay's team is Denny.
It's Avdija.
There it is. That guy. He's going to play with Kobe White in the front court. Hopefully, with the new coach, he can make this work. But that's what I just think that's his way. I hope they make it work. Oh my God, I fucked that one up. Go ahead.
I have Avdija as well. He's 6'9" from Israel, going to Chicago. It's the Luka Doncic effect. No one wants to miss out on the next great player coming from overseas like that. So they're going to start drafting these players off of, just off the Luka Doncic effect. That's all it is.
Yes, the Bulls will take Denny right here. The only thing is they will need someone to help him score so he can really show his playmaking skills. If they don't do that, he's going to struggle early. He'll eventually be fine, but if they can get someone that can help score, then he will look even better. But he will go to Chicago Bulls right here for.
Yeah, this is my team, man. We're back picking near the top of the draft for the 4th straight year. This time we have a new GM to make this selection, and he will pick Avdija, 6'9", small forward, shooting guard. Just a playmaker, man. Nice handle. Can prove his shot a little bit, need that, but he will fit into this roster nice. We've always looked for a 3. We still haven't found that 3 since Scottie Pippen. Luau Deng helped out for a couple of years, but you know how that happens. So, yeah, man, give me Avdija, man. I'm excited about it. I think it'll work. I would much rather have somebody else, though, but give me Avdija for sure. Number 5, the Cleveland Cavaliers on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
Number 5 pick for me is Obi Toppin, man. He's gonna go play. First of all, he's freakish athletic, run the floor. I think this is my favorite player in the draft. I think. Some people think he's a one-hit wonder. We don't know yet. We don't know, but I think he'd be good playing with. He got a good ball handler from Tennessee that plays with Cleveland. I think they'd be a good fit.
Okay, Weezy, let's stop sharing notes. I have Obi as well. Going to Cleveland to help out. Their front court is going to look a lot different by the time he gets there because Kevin Love's going to be gone, Tristan Thompson's gone, all that. So it's going to be white. It's going to be a youth movement in Cleveland for the next few years. Just get that nucleus together with young Sexton and Darius Garland and things like that. So shout out to Obi Toppin.
I have a center going here as well, but I have Onyeka Okongwu from USC, 6'9" wing. He's 7'1". I'm sorry, not wing, 6'9" center. And like Jeff mentioned, they are looking to get some young talent there, but he's a prospect whose skill sets fix them. He fixed the NBA, and he could go as high as 3 depending on what happens, but we're not mentioning those things. But he's going to be a guy that can step in and take over that center role and go with the young talent, the young goon, Darius Garland that Weezy mentioned. He's from USC too, by the way.
Fight on. My pick here is Obi Toppin as well from Dayton. Cleveland has used top 10 picks on guards in consecutive years. They have to get a big here. Obi Toppin, who won't be a good basketball player in the NBA, but will be an excellent rim runner for Darius Garland to throw lobs to, and their other playmaker, who will probably won't be there as well, which is Colin Sexton. This team's going to hell. The whole team, they'll keep DG, they'll keep Kevin Porter Jr., and they'll build the team around them and Obi Toppin for sure. Number 6, we have the Atlanta Hawks, man. Who's the pick and why? They're on the clock.
Want to go first, Jeff?
Sure. This is why I have Onyeka and Cargill going from USC to the Hawks to continue that youth movement down there. Give Trey a player in the paint to look to. He shot 61.6% from the field in his one season at USC. Hey, shout out to Trey Young. You got your player now.
All right, my pick with number 6 was Tyrese. I'm not gonna say his last name. He's from Iowa State.
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton. He's not going because he's a shooter. He's going for his defense, man. He can play good defense. Trey Young, he gonna shoot the ball. This kid can defend. He's probably gonna end up being the best defender on the Hawks team.
This is where I have Obi Toppin from Dayton dropping too. You know, they do have John Collins, but they're gonna need some more youth to go with the young team, and it's gonna be somebody that if it doesn't pan out as well, they can still have John Collins, or if it comes out and goes like they want it to, they might end up getting rid of John Collins to get something later on. So I have Obi Toppin going right here to the Hawks.
I have Tyrese Halliburton going here. Like Weezy mentioned, they need a defensive playmaker who can fit alongside Trey Young in the backcourt. Here's the thing with him. He just is a consistent scorer and a shooter. You need somebody. You draft Cam Reddish. You draft DeAndre Hunter, who can play defense. You add in Halliburton with that, man. Kind of takes the pressure off of Trey Young. So I love that, man. They don't need a big. I don't like that because they have John Collins and they paid Clint Capella a lot of money for that trade. So can't see him getting a big, but it could happen as well. Number 7, the Detroit Pistons are on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
Number 7 pick for Detroit Pistons. This is for AB's team. I got Colin Hayes.
Killian
Hayes. 2-year player. I think Detroit he's coming off of he's gonna help Derrick Rose coming off a productive season playing back with Derrick Rose. Colin Hayes. 19 years old though, a little young, but hopefully it can help him out.
Yeah, I agree with that pick. Some people have him going higher than that. I like this highlight film coming from France. I like what I saw. He's got it. That 3-point shot is what's going to keep him in the lead. If he gets that down, yeah, Detroit's going to look up on something here with him. So I got Killian Hayes going right there.
Jay, let's go to Jay real quick. He don't like that pick. Go ahead, Jay.
I have Patrick Williams going here from Florida State. He has elite physical tools. He is one of the youngest players in the draft, but he's a combo forward. So I have Patrick Williams from Florida State going right here at number 7 to the Pistons.
And this is where I have Onyeka Okongwu from USC dropping. Rumblings from the Pistons that they needed to add another big man. Clearly, they haven't had one since the Andre Drummond Blake Griffin experiment didn't work out at all. They only have Griffin and Thon Maker on the team, so got to be a big here. I think he's arguably the best rim protector in the entire class. So Okongwu, man, is going here. McDonald's All-American from USC. Number 8, the New York Knicks are on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
My guy, I got number 8. I got Isaac Okoro. I said that right?
It's a Okoro, but that's good. Yeah.
Okoro, man. They need they need a guard, man, and that they can't pick guards. So hopefully they can get one right with this one. Isaac Okoro.
I have Tyrese Halliburton going here. The Knicks need a guard. Player put him right alongside RJ Barrett. I think this is gonna work out for them. Keep that from Iowa State. Keep that youth movement going in the Knicks. Hope they got a good plan together for those guys.
I have a guard going here as well, Jeff, but I have the point guard from France, Killian Hayes. He's 6'5", and he's type of the big ball handler and creator that they can use in New York. They need a better guard. So I have Killian Hayes from France going here.
I have Isaac Okoro going here. The Knicks needed a guard. They missed out on those, and they can't afford to reach right here what they've done in the last 7 drafts. So take a 3-and-D guy in Okoro, step in and contribute as a defender. Day one. You also have to think, with some unrealized potential, there's no summer league, guys. You're going to need a guy who's going to step in day one, and Okoro, and these picks are going to be a little bit more of a safer pick throughout this entire draft for sure. Number 9, the Washington Wizards on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
This where I got the kid from UFC going. Okoro. That's his last name. What's his name? What's his name?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Onyeka Okongwu. Yeah. He's a lob finisher, man. He's gonna fit in. He's gonna fit in good with Bradley Beal, John Wall. Very, very versatile. He's a big upgrade for the defense because they have no defense on that team right now. So we're gonna go with him. Okongwu from USC.
I have Isaac Okoro going right here. Good defender. Help spearhead that second team that's going to come off the bench for them. Give them a solid number 3 punch. Some guy where he can get his skills together and learn behind Wall and Brad Beal, because that trade rumor is going to start flying for both of those guys here pretty soon. I got Isaac Okoro going right here.
I agree, Jeff. I also have Isaac from Auburn going here. Like you mentioned, he's great on defense. He can pass the ball, and he's a winner, which they need right now in DC. They need a winning mentality, and he's going to be a perfect fit for the wing for them. So I have Isaac Okoro from Auburn going here also.
This is where I have Killian Hayes going, man. John Wall's contract is still there. It's not going anywhere until he has an all-star year. That's the all-star for the Eastern Conference. Book it. Anyway, but this might be the perfect timeline for Killian Hayes to develop into a starter. He's only 19 years old with the potential to be a starting point guard in this league, left-hander. He's unusually refined for his age. He'll fit right in, man. This could be the starter they have in the waiting once they find a way to trade John Wall. All right, let's move on to number 10, the Phoenix Suns. They are on the clock. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
I was on the fence about this one, man, but I got Aaron Naismith going right here from Vandy, Weezy's guy. He might be the best shooter in this draft. Might be. And Devin Booker with another shooter with that young nucleus, maybe getting another point guard. Watch out, man. I don't know. This might be the one. I don't know.
This is what I have Tyrese going from Iowa State. Devin Booker needs a point guard. He's a great defender, and he makes plays, which will make it easier for Devin Booker. So I have Tyrese from Iowa State going right here with Phoenix.
I have Sadiq Bey going here from Villanova. Phoenix goes wing again here. They just need a guy, man, that can help out the defense. The team, only person on that team that plays legitimate defense is Kelly Oubre. He might not be there. And the cherry on top, this guy can shoot at a high level. Made 45% of his threes last year. So give me Sadiq Bey from Villanova.
I want Sadiq Bey too for Villanova. I like him. I like the Naismith pick though, Jill, but I like Sadiq Bey too.
Sure. Let's move on to number 11. The San Antonio Spurs are on the clock. Who they got, Jeff?
He just screams Spur to me. Devin Vassell made 41% of his 3-pointers at FSU. Wing got some size on him. If the Spurs stay put with their team, he can help them make a playoff push.
I agree, Jeff. I had Devin going here out of Florida State myself. He's, like you said, he can shoot the ball. He plays great defense. And he'll be a natural fit with their Spurs offense and what they do. So I have Devin Vassell from Florida State myself.
I'm a third that. Devin Vassell. So he got to be a player. If all three of us going with it, he better be. Shit.
Yeah, I'll make it a fourth, man. Safest pick in the draft, man. Devin Vassell right here. Pick, and, what we said, man, no rookie time to kind of get going. No summer league. He's one of the most talented 3-and-D wings in the entire draft. Potential is crazy. You put him alongside DeJounte Murray. Lights out. Number 12, the Sacramento Kings on the clock. Who they got, Jeff?
This is why I got Sadiq Bey going. 2 years at Villanova. He's a wing. 6'8". I think it works. I think it works right here. Keep that young team, get them going back, get them going forward.
Once again, Jeff, same pick. Sadiq from Villanova. He gives the Kings another shooter, and he will space the floor for my guy, De'Aaron Fox, which he needs so he can get in the paint and create. And he has great length and strength on the floor. So I went with Sadiq Bey myself.
This is where I went with Aaron Naismith, man, the 6'6" shooting guard from Vanderbilt. This is the only time I've said this in the whole draft. Nobody else, but I think he might be the best two-way player in this draft. But we don't have good luck with first rounders at Vanderbilt, but hopefully he can change that for us, man. Yeah. My goodness.
He won't. But I have Aaron Naismith as well. Drafting depth on the wing is a high priority for the Kings. And he fits the franchise mold. He could be a replacement for Bogdanovich or Buddy Hield. Shooting 52% from the three-point line is insane, man. And he can definitely play defense. Sacramento is a place where you come to die as a basketball player, though. We got to get De'Aaron Fox and Harry Giles out of there. Move right along to
Damn.
Yeah, for sure. Let's move right along to number 13, the New Orleans Pelicans. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
They're trying to swap Drew Holiday. They're going to draft Kyra Lewis right here, the sophomore from Alabama. He's got the 3-ball. He got Zion there to make it easy life on him. Get Kyra Lewis right here.
They definitely need a point guard. Like Jeff mentioned, Kira out of Alabama. He has high IQ and he's very efficient with his game. He's very fast and he plays with that extra gear. So Kira Lewis right here from Alabama.
I went with the boy Patrick Williams from Florida State, 6'8", 225-pound freshman. Coming there, play with Zion, hopefully bang some bodies around, especially on the defensive end. Help him out big time.
Yeah, I have Patrick Williams going here as well. I think he's a potential top 10 sleeper. I have him falling here at 13. He's just another scoring threat alongside Zion Williamson. Can play either forward position, especially a defensive playmaker. So Pat Williams going here. Sleeper of the draft. Number 14, the Boston Celtics are on the clock. Who you got, Jeff?
I got your boy, man. Cole Anthony. It's your man. Cole Anthony's going right here. I do think Kemba Walker, even though he's only 30, he didn't play like a 29-year-old. He played like he might be on the other side of the cardiac Kemba days. You bring in this guy right here to spearhead your depth. Boston's going to be a playoff team. And Cole Anthony gets to go into a great position right here.
I'm going with Precious Achiuwa from Memphis right here. He's 6'8", 234. He's a great athlete. And the Celtics are rumored to be infatuated with him. They really love him. His upside is hard to pass on. So I went with Precious Achiuwa from Memphis to go to the Boston Celtics.
I went with R.J. Hampton right here. R.J. Hampton from Boston. To Boston. He's a Celtic player, man. This coach right here, he can help this team out a lot, and he's gonna get them depth in the backcourt.
Sure. This is where I have Cole Anthony going. This is it's a pick that's needed. They're about to trade Drew Holiday for Kemba Walker. So you need somebody to come in and play at a high level. I know, Jeff, it's crazy. At the point guard position. And I think Cole Anthony will be a great person to come in, spark it up. Kind of similar to how we saw Gary Trent Jr. coming in for the Blazers, man. He'll be good. And I think Cole will find his footing for sure. Let's move on to number 15, the Orlando Magic. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
Here's where I have Patrick Williams going from Florida State. Man, I wish we could have saw this team in a tournament. I think Florida State could have made a lot of noise in the tournament. It could have surprised some people. Now, this 3-ball's not there, but he's one of those guys that if it pans out right for him, he could be the steal of the draft, like Jay mentioned a second ago. But going to Orlando, he could definitely be the steal of the draft.
This is what have R.J. Hampton going. His stock has been all over the place, and he could possibly make it in the lottery if people are willing to work and develop his shot because he has great athleticism. So I have RJ Hampton going right here to the Orlando Magic.
I went with Kyle Lewis right here, sophomore from Alabama. Just to help out and make the difference on the team. He's all over the place though, but hopefully they can get him and develop him right here in Orlando.
Orlando's tough for development for sure, but we'll find a way to mess up a good draft pick in Orlando. My pick here is Jaden McDaniels, small forward from Washington. This is a McDonald's All-American, man. Underperformed for many. I expected him to go to Washington and kill. He did not. A lot of potential. Can play multiple roles in the NBA. Just got to find a way to figure out to use this kid. And I hope, man, the situation that Aaron Gordon will be traded. They'll play him and get him going in Orlando for sure. Number 16, the Portland Trailblazers. Who's the pick?
Here's where I got RJ Hampton going, man. He could play both guard positions. He's going to help out Dame, going to help out CJ. And then, maybe even if he gets his game going the right way, do that small ball lineup with all three of them. So this is where I got RJ Hampton going.
This is where I got Weezy's boy, Aaron Naismith, going. He was injured for the second half of the season, so that kind of hurt him. But he still averaged 23 points, and he shot the ball well, which is what they need. It fits right, not what they need, but it fits right in with Portland. That's what they want to do. They want to shoot the ball. So if you put another shooter with their Portland team to go with CJ and Dame and Gary Trent Jr., it's just another shooter on the perimeter. So I want Aaron Naismith for Portland.
I went with Jalen Smith right here, Maryland sophomore. 3-point shoot. He can help this team with 3-point shooting a lot. He's only 6 foot though, but hopefully he can help him out a lot.
Yep, I have Jalen Smith going here as well. This is one of the most potent 3-point shooting teams. If you have like Gary Trent Jr., who's now signed with Clutch rules the world, Jeff. And you look at this kid as a versatile big. He can't affect shots per se in the post, but he can step out and shoot like Zach Collins, how they used him. So it'd be a very great person to have. Another McDonald's All-American, man, that went to Maryland and figured out his way to get drafted in the first round. Number 17, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who's the pick and why, fellas?
Precious is going right here. He can guard multiple positions, get us some toughness, got a lot of athleticism, help hide Porzingis on the defensive end, depending on who they playing on most nights. Here's where I got to go. And I'm sorry, I said Porzingis. I mean Karl Anthony Towns.
This is what I have Jalen Smith from Maryland going. Like Jay mentioned, he can shoot the three and spread the floor, but on the other end, he's going to block shots and play big. So I have Jalen Smith from Maryland going to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I got Precious going here as well. Everything Jeff just said, man. Hopefully he can help out Cat right here, and then take this team to the second playoff appearance in 16 years.
Yeah, if Minnesota had their chance, they would get him, earlier in the draft. But I think they would go for need, of course, with Anthony Edwards. They love Precious Achunwa. If he's even near at 17, it's one of the most versatile defenders in the entire draft, fellas. Just an eraser that you could put next to Karl Anthony Towns. Just a great player, man. Great pick. I hope he's there for him at 17. Next up, the Dallas Mavericks are on the clock. Who's the pick?
I wish this kid would go back to school, honestly, but it's Tyrese Maxey. I like this game going to Kentucky. He's one of my kind of guys, combo guard, scorer. Just didn't have enough time in Kentucky. I think this kid, if he really had the opportunity, I really wish he'd go back to school one more year. We missed out on seeing him finish up his college year, but going to Dallas right now.
I agree, Jeff. I have Tyrese Maxey going here as well. He's a compact, score-first combo guard. He struggled shooting the ball at Kentucky, but he is a great finisher, and he's going to guard on the other end. So I have Tyrese Maxey going right here to Dallas.
I want Tyrese Maxey also, if everything like Jeff just said.
The only reason Jeff likes his kid is he's a clutch kid. He's a clutch kid. Jeff loves the clutch players. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey is going here. Man, they want him bad. He's just as best as a secondary player who can create off the bounce. His defensive impact on that Dallas team, nobody plays defense except for Porzingis, and that's just at the rim. He can't guard on the perimeter. he'll be an immediate jolt of lightning for the Mavs, man. So a great pick here at 18. Number 19, the Brooklyn Nets. Who's the pick and why?
I haven't mentioned clutch at all in this draft, by the way. I haven't said the word clutch at all.
You said it. You say it every show. You say clutch every show.
All right. Brooklyn Nets at 19 are going to take Jalen Smith. They need a big. They need a young big. They need a young big. Run the floor, work well with KD, work well with Kyrie, give him some space, clog up the middle. Yeah, shout out to him. It's going to be a solid pick for them, Jalen Smith.
I have them taking another big, but a power forward big, Isaiah Stewart out of Washington. You know, he's has great work ethic. He's going to run the floor like you said they need, Jeff. And he should be able to contribute to them early. He's 6'8" out of Washington. So I want Isaiah Stewart for the Brooklyn Nets.
This where I got Jay's boy, man, Cole Anthony going. Good luck, because he got to learn behind Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So good luck with that of being developed by your mentors. Yeah, I got him going right here to Brooklyn.
Yeah, that would make sense. He's a New York kid. I'm happy he's not going there. This is the pick for R.J. Hampton. This is a combo guard, nice handles that you guys mentioned earlier. Can play either guard position, giving the Nets some help, man, as far as depth in the backcourt. They're about to trade that entire team to get a player. So that'll be a great pick for them. A need pick for sure. Number 20, the Miami Heat are on the clock. Who's the pick and why?
The Goran Dragic replacement, Trey Jones from Duke. Good defender. Shot 36% from three. I think he's going to be, somebody who, if it doesn't work out, you can stash him away on your bench and let him develop. But I think eventually, as Gordon gets a little long in the tooth, Trey Jones got a shot here.
I have a point guard going here too, Jeff, but I have Tyrell Terry from Stanford. He's another shooter that the Heat can spread the floor with, and he's another guard they can groom for Goran Dragic, like you said. If he turns out well and Dragic is gone, he'll get thrown into the fire. If not, that's another guard they can bring off the bench. They can still spread the floor and shoot the ball. So Tyrell Terry out of Stanford.
I had Trey Jones going right here too, sophomore from Duke. Good luck on playing time behind Gordon Dragic, but that's why I had him going right here.
Yeah, I got Trey going here as well. Finally, a Duke player gets off the board. That's something that doesn't happen a lot, man. I'll let you know those guys, they're over-recruiting for sure. But not a splashy prospect, menacing on-ball defender. That's why he will get playing time. The only thing with him is a little thin in the cakes. So it's going to take him a little time to pack on some weight. Decision-making skills are great, man. He'll be great playing alongside Tyler Herro if he's still there. So I have Trey Jones going here. Number 21, Philadelphia 76ers. Who's the pick and why?
The Luka effect is still going, man. And also the Sixers. They're going to move Ben Simmons off the point this year, apparently. Even if Ben Simmons is still going to be there, that's a whole nother question. But they draft Theo Maledon from France. Nice ball handler. Got a lot of upside. Apparently, I liked his highlight reel. So Theo Maledon right here, 6'4", point guard.
I'm gonna go with Josh Green from Arizona. He's a talented two guard who can defend, and in the open court, he's an athlete. Now he does have to work on his shooting, but I think he'll fit in with the 76ers. They haven't found their two guard in a while that they've been trying to get. So I went with Josh Green from Arizona.
This right here, Westman with Desmond Bain, guard from TCU, senior guard to Philadelphia. Hopefully he can learn behind Ben Simmons, but good luck with that. He actually 43% from three, so he can shoot better than Ben Simmons for sure.
This is Desmond Bain for sure. This is the best shooter in the entire draft, y'all. We're not talking about. He's the steal of the draft at the wing position. This is the thing. Philly finds a way to get a player like this every year. They trade him, like how they did Landry. What's the kid name, man? They play for the Clippers right now. Anyway, they get these players that can absolutely play and shoot, and they trade them. and then they go somewhere else and absolutely kill, man. So this is a great pick for them. Desmond Bain, TCU shooter. Move right along to number 22, the Denver Nuggets. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
Young Isaiah Stewart, freshman from Washington. He's undersized to play the 5 in the league, but I think he can, adjust to being a 4 and develop. And with that team right there, with that team that's loaded already, he's only going to get better with the competition he's going to see every day in practice. So this is Isaiah Stewart right here.
I went Robert Woodard II out of Mississippi State. He's a combo forward who has all the tools that excel in the NBA. He's athletic, he has a strong build, and he can spread the floor and hit the open three-point shot. So give me Robert Woodard II out of Mississippi State.
I also went with Isaiah Stewart, 4 right here from Washington for everything. He's a more traditional big though, so good luck with that being in the guard. But he's also he can shoot a 3-point shot though.
My pick here is Jay Scrubb, the JUCO player, the National JUCO Player of the Year. Jay Scrubb is one of those players who's supposed to go to Louisville, but decided to put his name in the draft. Absolute steal. If he goes to Louisville, he's a top 10 pick next year. He did not. We all know why. Jay Scrubb here helping the Denver Nuggets. I hope they get him right here for sure. Move right along to the number 23 pick, the Utah Jazz. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
6'6" freshman from Arizona, going Josh Green. He's going to develop into something that is going to be considered a steal for where they're going to draft him at, as long as they can keep him stashed away. He's not ready yet, though. He's not ready yet. Don't put him out there yet. It's going to suck that he's not going to have a summer league to kind of play with his, play around his peers and stuff like that. But Josh Green.
This is where I have Cole Anthony falling to. They have Mike Conley, but he's getting a little long in the tooth. He had a tough freshman year. He didn't have the year they thought he was going to have, but he'll be fine. He's a streaky scorer, but he can finish at the rim.
I got Leandro, somebody from Argentina. I cannot say his damn name. Leandro
Balmoro.
That guy. I got him going right there. Going to Utah, number 23.
Right. My pick with Utah is Nico Mannion, top 5 player in the country. Then went to Arizona, McDonald's All-American, pass first point guard, just a phenom in high school. He was a top 5 pick, guys. If he didn't go to Arizona, struggled to develop space and consistently score against Pac-12 opponents. Man, one of his best selling points though is his outside shot. He's not making threes. His offensive game can seem a little limited. That's what hurt him at Arizona. So Nico, man, the redhead assassin from Arizona. Move on to number 2. Go ahead.
Question about that pick. If he struggled to create space in the Pac-12, what's going to happen in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, but you got to go with talent right here, right? So
right. I understand his best part of
it. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. If that's the thing, man, it's going to be totally different. These kids not going to high school, going to the college game no more because they're getting exposed. The next 7 picks that I had are all the top 10 players. It was in the high school McDonald's.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes, we can.
Oh, my God.
Let's move right on to number 24, the Milwaukee Bucks. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
Malachi Flynn, man, another point guard, 6'1". He's going to be the guy that can run the team. He's your supervisor. You know what I mean? He's your floor manager. That's what he is right there, Malachi Flynn.
This is why I have Desmond Bain from TCU come off the bench. Like Jay mentioned, he's probably going to be one of the best shooters that comes in this draft. He gets his feet set quick, and he can get the ball off fast. They need shooters to help Giannis, if he's there, to spread their floor so Giannis can get to the paint. So I went with Desmond Bain.
I went with Jeff on this one, man, with the Malachi Flynn dude. That's who I went with. My goodness.
Mute yourself. I have Theo Maldenon right here, point guard from France. He could fill a role right away with his experience from playing overseas. Handle the ball, play off the ball, pause, and a type of combo guard who could be a real asset in Milwaukee's system, considering the fact that they're about to trade a couple of people as well. Let's move right on number 25, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Who's the pick, Jeff? Should be your guy right here.
I want to know who you think I'm going with. I'm going with Josh McDaniels right here from Washington. It's not you. I really feel it's not. Power forward. They made a playoff run. They need a lot though, and he's somebody. He's 6'9" forward. He played one season in Washington. He's got a lot of potential though. This is the draft full of potential. Hopefully these guys reach their ceiling, and he's just a guy you picking the stash away and hoping in 2 or 3 years he's somebody you can depend on.
I went with the power forward right here too, Jeff, but this will have Zeke Najee going from Arizona. Like we mentioned, he has great mobility and a good scoring touch. He has a quick first step for a guy that's 6'10" that can get by defenders to his size. And he can dribble a little bit. And he shoots the ball good enough to spread their floor. So I'm going to go with Zeke from Arizona right here.
Number 25, I got this dude 7-footer from Siberia. You gonna say his name, Jay?
I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know his name. I can't say his damn name.
Yeah,
I can't say it.
Yeah, for sure. It's Siberian, man.
You talking about Aleskiv
Aleski Pugovetsky.
There's nowhere where I could have said that. I promise I couldn't have said that. There's no way. Pugovetsky. I can't say it right now.
Yeah, it'll take a little time. That's why you practice that before. Try a couple of those.
Talk to him
for sure. Yeah, it's my turn to go. I have Vernon Carey going here, Duke freshman, another McDonald's All-American. Gives him some flexibility at somewhat. Could be a powerful center. I know he's a dinosaur, but he has playmaking abilities to kind of spread it out to kind of help out the people on the roster already. Number 26, the Boston Celtics are up. Who you got and why?
Celtics got 3 first-round picks, which is insane. That whole stash weighted picks thing didn't really play out how they thought it was because it didn't turn into Anthony Davis. Well, whatever. So here's where they take Leandro Balmaro and stash him away for a couple of years because he's going to be in Barcelona for a while. So just stash him away right now. And he comes back. He's your Tony Kukoc type guy.
I have Grant Riller from Charleston right here. He's a productive player with a great shot maker who's proven it over 4 seasons. You don't see a lot of these in the first round of somebody stayed in school for 4 years, but he has great finishing ability and he can finish with both hands, kind of like Kyrie as far as a layup package. So I'm going with Grant Riller from Charleston right here.
I went with Robert Woodard, Mississippi State. What's funny?
No, it's just the way you was looking at that name for sure. I have Leandro Balmaro going here for everything that Jeff said. He's going to play in Barcelona next year. They don't have enough space on the damn roster. So in turn, they're going to have a stash and draft, man. Draft and stash, whatever the hell. Let's move right along to number 27, the New York Knicks on the clock. Who's the pick and why, Jeff?
Going with the upperclassman, young Desmond Bain from TCU. He can shoot the ball. He's 6'6". The Knicks need everything. They need everything just to get another player, another body, another young body to get to grow with the team. That's what he is.
I'm going with Jaden McDaniels out of Washington. You don't see too many 16 players that can move the way he does. He's quick, and he just has a lot of talent. He hasn't been really efficient, but that's about how the Knicks get players. So I went with Jaden McDaniels right here out of Washington.
I went with Tyrell Terry, guard right here from Stanford, freshman guard.
Yep, sure. I agree as well. Tyrell Terry goes here from Stanford. Undersized, like you guys mentioned earlier, but just one of the best pure shooters at the position in the draft. Needs some time to mature, but he is going to be tough, man. He's going to be a tough player for them a long time. Low risk, high reward, Tyrell Terry. Number 28, the Los Angeles Lakers pick. This is a lock pick. Everybody, I'm telling you, this is going to happen. Who you got going and why, Joe?
Okay, I can't wait to hear what you say. I got Weezy going right here. Young Cassius Winston.
That is the lock pick.
The senior. Look, man, they need depth. He's a floor general. He's a senior. He's an upperclassman. He's a guy that's fun to watch. He's a hard-nosed kid. All the coaching adjectives the coaches use. You know what I mean, Coach? Like, you know what I'm talking about. All those superlative words you throw out there for players. It's Cassius Winston.
He's the guy. He's dependable. He's your coach on the floor. They need the point guard. We don't know if they're gonna have Rondo there. So he's the perfect guy to come in. He can learn under LeBron. LeBron will lead him the right way, and he won't have to do too much. Just come in, play the point guard, and be the coach's player that we need you to be. So young Cassius Winston for sure from Michigan State.
I'm a third that Cassius Winston. They say I look like him, but I don't see it. Yeah, but I'm thinking about that when you go play with LeBron, you play for him a good year, then somebody else comes along and then he trades you for him. So good luck, Cassius Winston.
No,
Good,
for sure.
good.
This is a lot. This is gonna happen. They don't trade the pick if they get DeMar DeRozan. But this is just a reliable shooter, 43% career 3-point shooter, man. 4-year college general. Hey, this is a guy. This is a lot.
You know
Number
who this is,
20.
Jay? It's new Mario Chalmers.
Ooh,
It's new Mario Chalmers.
Mario Chalmers just in the league, what 4 years?
But for the Heat, what I'm talking about, just Mario Chalmers with the Heat. That's who he's going to be.
Mario Chalmers played longer than 4 years.
He definitely played longer than 4 years, I think.
For sure, more than 4 years.
It felt like it anyway. Number 29 is the next pick. The Toronto Raptors on the clock. Jeff, who they got?
From Arizona, young Nico Mannion, the guard of Van Vliet is out of there. He said he's going to get the bag. He's not going to be shy about it. So they're going to need to replace him. And this is going to help you with depth behind Kyle Lowry, young Nico Mannion.
I went with Paul Reed from DePaul. You know, he has a good length and agility. He's developed into a good pick and pop threat, which we know Kyle Lowry does a lot of. He can defend at the rim, and he's one of the best overall defenders in his class. So give me Paul Reed from DePaul.
I'll go with lock on that with Paul Reed from DePaul. He rhymes. Paul Reed. DePaul.
Oh, man. With this pick, I have Josh Green going here on a loaded Arizona squad. Another McDonald's All-American. Didn't get to fully showcase his full arsenal. Still, just fond memories of him being a top 5 player in the high school draft class. So, yeah, man, super athleticism, can play at a high level. He'll be great for the Raptors. Give me Josh Green here. The last pick in the first round, the Boston Celtics. Who's the pick and why?
I'm going with the freshman from Duke, Vernon Carey Jr. They need front court help in Boston. And if nothing else, he can be that. And if it doesn't work, hell, they got 4 other draft picks in the first round. So this is just another one of those. This is like, we're going to talk about this a little bit later. This is the house money pick. They're just playing with house money at this point.
This is why I have Weezy's boy, Aleksej Pokusevski from Serbia. He's an upside player. He is the youngest player in the draft, but he's probably a few years away. So like Jeff mentioned, they have picks just to get rid of. So he probably won't come to the NBA for another few years, but he's from Serbia. So I go with Poku, as they like to call him.
Yeah, we said that damn name. I went right here with Xavier Tillman from Michigan State, man. Junior 6'8", 245, big man. 7-foot wingspan. Xavier Tillman.
Yeah, man. This is the pick right here. You got to get a guy that can come in and set some hard screens, rebounds like he's a 7-footer. And this is Xavier Tillman to the death, man. Probably won't play a lot in Boston. Bit undersized to his position, but does all the little things at a high level to affect winning for sure. And that is show 100. Excuse me. And that is show 343. Took a little while, but we got the whole first round done. This has been great. Very interesting as far as these picks. You will see us watch the draft as well, see if these picks are correct. Give Weezy hell about his picks as well. Myself and Locke, and I think Jeff will usually go 30 for 30 with these, don't you, Jeff?
That's what he said.
Damn close. Yeah, especially last year, man. Last couple of years have been spot on. My in-depth research. In-depth research.
For sure. Research shows, Jeff. The research shows, Jeff, for sure. So we appreciate y'all showing and listening and watching and supporting everything that we do here. Don't forget to enter the Full Sport Press hoodie giveaway for our FSP newsletter. All you have to do, sign the link tree located in our IG bio. 7 full days to enter that. Check us out, man, on YouTube as well. Got more content coming for your head tops. Anything before we get out of here, fellas?
rate and subscribe. Give us those 5 stars. Give it those thumbs up. We need them.
Patreon.
Sure, man. Hey, Jeff, that little hookah still ain't worth it.
Hey, hookah ain't worth it. Please put that hookah down. Go in the house.
Go home.
Read
Get your own person.
Binge some podcasts.
Watch some drafts. Do something.
Rewatch some of your old favorite shows. They're all on streaming services. Chappelle shows everywhere. You know
Chappelle show.
You know,
Chappelle show.
I don't believe y'all saying the Chappelle show. Things
Yeah, for sure.
Clayton Bigsby.
Why you go Clayton? Oh my God.
It never
Tweet
gets
some
old.
questions, man. Throughout the week of Full Sport Press, man. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, man, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Coach Locke,
Get a drummer song.
Weezy,
Everything paid for.
Jeff.
The camera is always on, brother.
Damn right, man. The revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Purchase your track today.
The revolution will be podcasted.